are yous?
Good.
Hello.
What's up? Well,
Yeah,
guys,
we like your thing.
oh, thank you, I appreciate it. But first I just want to tell you guys, how does it feel to be part of such a legacy franchise that, like, what did you think first when you first got the role?
Literally my first thought was, oh my goodness, I'm playing baby Jada Pinkett. Like, that's crazy to me because like I was telling them beforehand, I grew up watching the show with my grandma. She would always turn this on for me as a kid. And I grew up loving Gloria, and then getting this role, it's like, oh my goodness, like it's like back then I didn't know I was going to become an actress, a voiceover actress. It was like seeing a glimpse into my future, and I didn't even know it. So I believe that was just my first initial thought, like, oh my gosh, this is Madagascar. Like, it's a huge show, and I'm playing baby, my favorite character. So what? That's my first thought.
How about everyone else?
Yeah, it was so crazy when my mom told me. I was in her room, and that was like same as Shaylin. My first thought was, I'm going to be playing young Chris Rock. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, man, I was ecstatic.
Oh my goodness, when they said Madagascar and got the call being like, oh, come back for the director session, I was like, really? Me? Come back for the director session? Oh, okay, this is wild. This is crazy. Madagascar, really? Oh my goodness, even just to get the audition, you're like, all right, we're doing this thing, let's go. And then it happened. Yeah. You're like, wow. And that first meeting with the director and, producer, they're just such a beautiful team. Oh my goodness. And they welcome you in as soon as you get their firsthand meeting. And I was just so excited and grateful to be in such an amazing atmosphere and place where you just felt right at home. You felt right at home.
Well, I know, it just premiered May 27th, Thursday. And like, so do you still get, like, what do you do for a premiere day? Do you do anything special? Do you have like a little pre-party with friends and family? Like, what do you do?
So this year, obviously, we're kind of getting out of the woods with COVID, but I basically just watch it with my family in my house. We cook every night anyway, so we'll just turn it on and watch it. And every time they say the same thing, that doesn't sound like you. Like, okay, 10th time you said it, Mom. But it's so true. Like, you can hear a little bit of my voice in it, but it's also like a super young version of it. And then it was also really cool because we received these, the Proud boxes basically. And it was really cool because we opened it and there was a whole bunch of Pride gear, because this season we released a little compilation album for Pride Month. So that was really cool too, because that was a great aspect of it. And I just love how inclusive the episodes were. So I would say that was something, it was just different little pieces, like with opening the box, the gift box, and watching with my family. And that doesn't sound like you.
Go ahead. Oh, okay, I'll go next. I know in the very beginning, watching with family, like Shaylin said, we gathered around the TV. I went to my mom's and we gathered around the TV, everybody, we were eating popcorn and like watching it as it come on. And you're like, wow, oh my goodness. And then we send out on social media, everybody, y'all watch this. So you'll get social media back being like, we just saw this. And I was getting pictures and like of my little cousins laying in bed watching the show and friends, their children watching the show. And so just to be able to have that experience, especially over COVID, you just receiving pictures through social media, through text message with everybody watching because we couldn't gather like we used to. And I still just get with my family at home and we just watch it together and we're all like this at the TV, like little kids, like, oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Yeah, when it came out, me and my family, we got in the living room, made some popcorn, and we just binge watched the entire season. And it was just really cool to see how it came out. When we were doing the ADR for the first time, I didn't see like the final animation. I only saw they said it was 30% done, I think. So it was really cool to just see like just how it turned out and all of our voices on the characters. It was just so crazy. I loved it.
Yeah, and, growing up, I know you all have your favorite characters of just, cartoons, period, because we all do when we're growing up. For each of you, what was your favorite, like, cartoon, movie, or show, personally, would you say?
Oh, mine was Rugrats. I was a big Rugrats fan. I loved it so much. So yeah, that's probably my favorite show, my favorite cartoon, Rugrats or Phineas and Ferb.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one. So many cartoons growing up. This is gonna sound so childish. You guys know what Caillou is?
Yes.
That was my show. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, that was my show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Caillou.
Goodness. Yeah. I mean, I watched so many animations growing up. It was really hard. Like I would sit and watch and come on back to back and flip through channels, watching them back to back. My goodness. So I can honestly say, let me say right now, okay. I can't choose like pinpoint which one, but right now today, I gotta say Madagascar first. Yeah, I got you. And then and then I'm gonna say Scooby-Doo. I love mystery. I love science fiction, and then I love like just that friendship and that palette. I love Scooby-Doo, and I like little horror effect too. Yeah, that was that Scooby-Doo name.
Awesome. Also, we were in a pandemic, and I know it was crazy, but for doing voiceovers for cartoon work, it's kind of easier for everyone because even out of pandemic, you don't have to get dressed. You just kind of go to the studio. How was it different this time for you all recording for voiceover?
Well, it's like you said. You mean like as far as pre-COVID and COVID, different recording like that?
Yeah. How was it like different for all of you?
Yeah. So I would say the difference is not actually being in the room with the team, the producers and everything, and then the writers, with having everything over Zoom. I know that we had a couple sessions where we actually recorded together, but other than that, we usually recorded separately, but we'd always see each other passing through the hallway. So that's an aspect that we miss, is actually interacting with one another. Yeah, just seeing everybody.
We would. So at first, before COVID, of course, everybody would be like there's like a glass between the booth and then the engineering room. So everybody would be in the engineering room and then the actor would be in the booth. But now there's only the engineer in the room and then everybody else is on Zoom. I also really miss the food. Can't do that anymore. So yeah, that's also one thing I really miss, the people and the food.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, that's what I was definitely thinking about. Just the fact that we got to pass each other in the hallway. I never got to really just do booth work with these two beautiful people, but I was able to pass them, say hi to them. You get to touch them. Hi, how you doing? And see everybody. And like you said, everything now is through Zoom. Even in the very beginning, I got to record a few things from home, but it still wasn't the same. It was like, yeah, as soon as y'all can get the studios back open and us back in there, I am ready. Okay, I'm ready to go. So yeah, but it's really great to at least have that one person in there though talking to you and being like, hey, you good, you got it. But then everybody on Zoom still just being, like I said, a beautiful team and everybody working with you the best way they can, especially with everything going on now. But hoping as everything open back up, we'll be able to see everybody's beautiful faces again. Yeah.
Right. And to close, guys, how is it like, because like you said, you were in the studio a lot together pre-COVID, and now I'm sure you'll be back to, seeing each other, but outside of work, you all hang out a lot? Like, does the whole crew, like, you meet up for like, dinner parties or just go out for lunch?
So what I would say is we never actually got the chance to hang out outside of it, but we did, because I want to say COVID happened so fast. Like we were recording, but I feel like most of the recordings that we did were during COVID, if I'm not mistaken. But what I would say is like I told them before, Amir, like his family is just so amazing. Just seeing them inside, you know, the studio, like Salami Studios, meeting his parents, his little dog, his other brother. And we actually planned a road trip, Amir, which I got y'all. I got my license out. We got because we planned a road trip because his brother was like, oh my gosh, we have to go on a road trip. And I'm like, at the
Yeah,
time,
he's
I'm
been
like,
saying that. He's been telling everybody that, like, yo, are you free in 2023?
17. I don't got no car. Oh, where we gonna go? Where we gonna go? Where we gonna go? But now I got y'all. You want to take a road trip to? Let's go, Jasmine.
Let's go. Let's go.
Can I go? I'm ready.
Hey guys, I have to leave. The van is outside waiting. But it was thank you so much for having me, and I had so much fun. Bye, you guys.
Bless us.
Bye bye.
I want to thank you so much for, you know, taking the time out, and you know, good luck with everything in the future and the rest of the show. And, you know, have a great rest of your week and stay safe, because we're finally opening up slowly but surely.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay. Oh, have a good one. Be safe.
You
You
too.
too.